90% of students at UBC are international. When we came together, it was evident that we all experienced culture shock in one level or another. Therefore, we decided to investigate the different effects and coping strategies of culture shock. After conducting various interviews on international UBC students, it was evident that depending on where they came from, their background, culture, and their personality, each individual had different experiences with culture shock and adaptation to the change they underwent in their new environment. For example, students coming from collectivistic cultures such as Japan or Turkey had difficulties adapting to the individualistic mindset. Also, students who are more introverted and do not tend to seek help will have a harder time coping with culture shock.
So when we took a look at the effects of culture shock, from the literature review, we found that culture shock may arise from the settings in the classroom. The teaching styles and expectations of lectures differ from one culture to another. Thus, this can have a significant impact on the academic performance of international students who are new to Canadian educational systems. Also, another article we investigated showed the impacts of culture shock on the psychological well-being of international students, suggesting that these students become more prone to depression compared to locals.
Articles also provided various strategies to deal with culture shock. For example, one article focused on how getting involved with clubs or associations on campus may help. One finding was that one of the most efficient ways to combat culture shock is to increase interaction with local people of that country, because this not only increases the usage of the native language, but also promotes understanding of the culture and customs.
The other study emphasized the importance of support systems, which includes counseling and building a friend circle. Moreover, within our secondary research, one article explored culture shock within Ryan Smith's 10 stages of adjustment. This theory contests the assumption that culture shock is an experience that occurs within one fixed period of time. In reality, however, culture shock can be repeatedly experienced by international students during the duration of their stay in another country. Therefore, there is need to develop a sustainable support network and practices to curb the effects of culture shock over a long period of time.
In order to successfully navigate through culture shock, international students might consider adopting the following strategies. A. Create a new support network formed by both local and international fellow students. B. Seek counseling for emotional and psychological assistance if necessary. C. Clarify educational expectations by forming connections with lecturers and assistants. And lastly, keep a positive attitude and open mind.